Test, test. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. We'll wait for people to hop on. Hello, hello. Yes, I'm in my robe. Whatever. It's bedtime. I'm going to plug in my mic. All right, I know. I'm in my robe. I've got my this is clean hair though. You should give me credit for that. That I have clean hair. Normally I have like really dirty, sweaty post-workout hair, but I showered. So that should be equally as good. Okay, so we'll get started in just a minute. Give just another minute for people to hop on. Welcome, Jerry. Has anyone in here struggled with acne? Is that why you hopped on? Or who isn't following me? Who's brand new and you're just like, acne, give me your cure. Yeah, acne sucks, doesn't it? Awesome. Okay, well, let's go ahead. Nope, you feel me. Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you guys for hopping on. My name is kthake. Normally, I'm your Periscope personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and RD2B, so studying to become a dietitian. But today we're not talking fitness. I guess it's still kind of your health, but I just kind of wanted to share my story and some different tips that have worked for me. Because today I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to scope about as I'm putting on my chapstick for the 1,000th time per day? So I have struggled with acne for this light. You can't tell with this light, but it's true. I've probably been going to the dermatologist since I was in 6th grade, which how old are you in 6th grade? Like 13 years old. So I'm now 23, so it's almost 10 years that I have been going to see a dermatologist. Now, that means I had acne before. So before I started to see a dermatologist, I tried Proactive. I tried over-the-counter. I tried expensive makeup stuff. I tried it all, and nothing seemed to work for me. It was hard. I think I matured a lot faster than some of the other girls in my grade, and so it was really hard to deal with. You get called pizza face, and it really hinders your self-confidence and your self-esteem, and it can be really hard growing up with acne. And even though you might not seriously, I don't know if I was ever called pizza face to my face, but you would hear people say that about acne, and you're like, oh, that's me. Like, I would relate to that because that's how I felt. So, even if people didn't think, I know there are other people who have acne way, way worse, like really painful, but I had it, and it bothered me, right? And so when we have those insecurities about ourselves, no matter what it is, no matter how big or small it seems to someone else, it affects you, and that's how you feel and you perceive it. So I started going to a dermatologist, good old Dr. Stassmanhausen. Went for him, tried everything from, if you've been to the dermatologist, they put you on, I've been on everything, I can't even remember. Retin-A, which is a different type of topical cream, Axone, Differin gel. I was on Solodine antibiotic, or not antibiotics, you know what I mean, oral medication. I tried cleansers, I tried creams, pills. I had the most bizarre things. One of the pills made me super sensitive to the sun, and of course I'm like a high school girl. I'm in the summer, I'm gonna go outside and tan. That's what you do. And I would get really burnt just here, just my pinchers, just that. And like fried, like blisters. It was the weirdest thing. So all these crazy side effects. One of them made me really sick. So it was just a lot to deal with. So finally I went on Accutane. So if you are unfamiliar with Accutane, I think it's not on the market. It's not called Accutane anymore, but it got a really, really bad rap because, if you get pregnant on it, your child will have like fingers growing out of their shoulders and like deformed head. I should have grabbed my thing to show you. All these crazy, crazy side effects. And so it's a big deal to get on it. So I went on it in high school. I was like, all right, I've had enough. I've tried everything. I'm doing it. I'll try it. It's worth it to me. So I was on it for about 4 months until I think my insurance wouldn't let me be on it anymore. So, because it was expensive without insurance. So then I stopped, and then I went back on a second round. And it worked. It really did work. But after I got off, I was off it for a couple of years. Acne started to come back. Granted, I'm a fitness instructor, so I live in a sports bra and I live in sweaty clothes, which isn't good for you. It's not good for anyone. It's not good for your skin. But, that was my body's norm. Whoa. Sorry. Whoa. Getting a little excited talking about acne. So, yeah, that's my body's norm. I'm sure I'd probably have better skin if I didn't sweat 3 times a day, but that's my job. That's life. So I kept going to the dermatologist, and, they put me on some new things, and kind of just went through the phases. It got better in college, but, then it got bad again. I'd get the really big ones that like hurt. They hurt, and blackheads and painful, and it's just not fun. So anyways, here I am, they're like, oh, you're in your 20s acne, you're in your 18 acne. I'm like, okay, that's what you've been telling me for like the past 10 years. So I'm finally going through Accutane again, because again, I got to a point, I'm, putting on 2 creams a day, taking an oral medication, cream at night. Like, I'm sick of it, right? I just want to be done. So I'm giving it one last, third time's a charm, one last try for Accutane. And if after this, it's working, but after this, then I'm really done going to the dermatologist. I don't like being on medication if I don't have to. So for those of you, maybe you found this because you're researching your own story of how can I get rid of my acne? Like, you just don't feel comfortable. It's an insecurity for you, and you want help with it. I definitely suggest going on Accutane. Don't be scared of it. It does have side effects that you read all these crazy stories that people get depressed, and I have not had any of those crazy side effects. I'll tell you the side effects that I have had. Number 1 is definitely the dry skin. So quickly, I'm going to share with you my favorite things for dry skin. I have chapstick in every single area. Now, this is like my backup chapstick. This is the EOS ball, right? This is like a backup. This doesn't cut it for me. This cuts it if I have nothing. But Accutane literally sucks all moisture out of you. So like my scalp is dry, my face is dry, my lips are like cracked and dry, my hands, oh, it's hard to see, but I've been getting this kind of rash on my hands, like a dermatitis from being so dry, and granted it's winter as well. So that kind of sucks, but to me, all right, whatever, I'll have dry skin for a few months if it's going to clear up my skin. So that's the top things I use. I use this hand lotion at night. I like to use something thick, kind of with like a Vaseline base or so. My boyfriend's mom actually made this for me. I think it's baby lotion, and I don't know, I should find out, but it's just a homemade, really basic, simple, nice hand cream. So you can get any thick hand cream. Another one that's good is called CeraVe, CRAVE. That's a really good, they have a big line, and that's good for anyone. It's a good, clean, dermatologist recommended skincare. So that's what I use for that. Another few things that I use for my lips, I use Aquaphor. And these are good for anyone if you have dry lips. There you go, Aquaphor. Screenshot. Hey. There you go. It's just basically kind of like Vaseline, but a little bit better. It's for dry, cracked lips. So I will use this on my lips at night, and then sometimes, this is maybe TMI and gross, but like my nose gets really dry. They say bloody noses are a side effect, but I've never had bloody noses, but it's just dry and like kind of annoying. So that's that. One thing, if you do put it on at night, it gets like everywhere, so you wake up with like gunk on your teeth, but hey, this is Periscope, we're real. So Aquaphor, that's number 2. Number 3, they told me to use this at the dermatologist. They said, it's not that messy. Just go easy on it. At the dermatologist, they recommended this. It's called Dr. Dan's Cortibalm. So it was only $7, which is pretty affordable. I guess what's unique about it is that it has the only lip balm with 1% hydrocortisone. So that's to help with like the inflammation and your lips. So they say only use it twice a day. I've been using it a little more, which I didn't ask what happens if I use it more than twice a day. So far nothing, but I did get a fat lip. You can't see it, but it's there. So I told my boyfriend today, I'm like, I have a fat lip. He's like, I don't see it. I'm like, but I feel it. I feel it. So, I don't know what happened there. One thing I will say about this, I've been putting it on sometimes because it's all I have before I work out. And then if I teach or something, and it leaves this kind of like weird taste in your mouth, and it's not pleasant. So go easy on it. I guess maybe that's why they say use it twice a day because you have bad breath. So that's called Dr. Dan's. So we got Aquaphor, Dr. Dan's. And then the last one, they recommend a lot of different lotions and stuff, but I've just used the same lotion that I've always used. It's Clinique lotion. Honestly, the only reason I use this is because my mom goes to Clinique and she gets all the samples. So I take her samples. That's the only reason, and it works. So yeah, those are the top things I use for that. Another side effect that I have experienced is trouble seeing at night, which I'm already not so good of a driver, I'll admit it. So I did get glasses, but I kind of saw that as a benefit. I'm like, oh, I get to get glasses again. So I don't periscope with them because then there's like a glare in my eye. But so that's it. If you are struggling with acne and you're kind of looking for different options, feel free to reach out to me if you have questions about getting on Accutane. This is a big thing that I left out. The reason it's such a hassle, these side effects, they sound worse than they are. They're really not that bad. I watched one girl's YouTube video and she's like, I get ingrown toenails, my immune system goes down, I have mono, and she's like saying all this stuff, and I'm like, it's not that bad. Lush Life. My sister Kelly is on here. She's a Lushaholic. I almost stole some of the Lush stuff downstairs, but I know Dad uses it, so I was like, oh, he might get mad if I steal his lotion. So yeah, that's that. So one of the reasons that it is kind of a pain, you do have to get on birth control for a full month until you can actually start the Accutane, and it's usually about 5 to 6 months of taking it. In addition to that, you have to get lab work done every month. It sounds like such a hassle. I'm so used to it that I'm just like, whatever. But I guess if you, I don't know, you do what you got to do. So you have to get lab work done once a month. Again, I think they test your lipids and no, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. They test your lipids and something else, just to make sure that you're, everything's still, nothing's too out of whack with, anytime you're on medication. And then you have to take these tests every month. You have to take a pregnancy test because you cannot get pregnant on it. You just absolutely can't. It's so sad. So yeah, you have to go online and like complete these tests that say like, I will not get pregnant. What do you do if all this happens? Like, don't get pregnant. And you have to fill all those out until you can go get your prescription. So it sounds like a hassle, but I go to the doctor once a month just to check up. Labs take like 2 seconds. If you have if you have a problem drawing blood, get over it. Face your fears. Do it anyways. I think that's it. So far it's going well. I don't normally do this. This is weird, but I'll give you like a close-up. My light's really light. Oh, I'm kind of freckly, but I mean, my skin is clear. I'm not getting any of the big zits, the big undergrounders. And I feel good. I think it looks good. It always gets, that's another tip. Gosh, sorry, I didn't have a script. I just started talking today. It does get worse. Anytime you get on medicine, it gets worse before it gets better. So if you're on it for a month, you're like, it's not working, and you stop taking it, yeah, it won't work. So you have to just keep taking it. So yeah. Any questions? Now, I am by no means a beauty expert, but that's what works for me. So I just figured I'm a big fan of if you find something that works for you, why keep the secret? Share it with others. Do you guys have any questions about acne? Accutane, I should say. I think my brand is actually called Amnesteem. I don't know, same thing. Same stuff. Same drugs. All right. Well, if that's it, thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for listening. If you're watching this on the rebroadcast, be sure to follow me so you guys get all my updates. I swear it's not normally this boring. Maybe at least I entertained you. Maybe you can have a little more sympathy. If you see someone who has really bad acne, kind of put yourself in their shoes, or anyone with any kind of physical, I don't want to say deformity, any sort of physical, just different, something different that's not as attractive. Put yourself in their shoes and think about how they feel before you judge, because we've all got our own insecurities. Some of them are just on the outside while others are on the inside. Oh, that was a tweetable moment. All right, well, time for me to put a load on my lip stuff and go to bed. So you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow.